Hello, my name is Mike, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. Last time we sorted out some issues with the local mine, we cleared out the dragons, and we talked to the workers and convinced them to return to work. So now the mine is up and operational again, and it's time for us to move on, having gathered our coin from that mission. There are two missions we have yet to conclude. The first is that I was informed that somebody is missing their wife. Somebody's wife has gone missing. So we're going to check in on that, see if we can find that woman. The other thing is the old smuggler that I worked with is in town. So we're going to do some jobs for her, see how she's been, see what she's been up to. Maybe get some more work from her. We have entered the Red Lantern District. Ah, I see. Nice play on the Red Light District. And this is the Blooming Rose.
Be careful if you're going...
Yeah, Varric was going to warn me about something, but I didn't stick around. I was too interested in the brothel. I haven't been here before, didn't even know there was a brothel. I'm surprised it's in Hightown and not Lowtown.
And here we are in the brothel. My day is complete.
Oh, you whining...
If someone here tries to hire me again, I'm leaving. Madame Lucine runs the place for Harlan. Or with him. Or on him. It's a coterie thing.
Looks like all of our companions have an opinion on this place. Carver is not too impressed, Andrus is just done with it, and Varric's got connections. Big surprise there. Hello, ma'am, I'm looking for a woman. A specific woman, not just any woman. I'm not like your regular clientele. Hello, Jathan. I'm here to talk to you. Apparently you were the last person seen with this missing woman, Ninette.
Today's my rest day, but I'll make an exception for you.
Oh, you do me too kind.
What can I say? Why work if you're not working hard?
I can see why Ninette liked you. You're feisty.
A refreshing change from the pale slug I married. I hear she finally left her worthless husband. Good for her. I just wish she'd said goodbye.
Honestly, she's missing. She didn't leave. Could Ninette possibly be in trouble? Would you know anything about that?
Do you think Ninette has come to harm?
I hope not. Everyone loves Ninette. Sometimes twice a night. Ghislaine's the only one who might hurt her. And he doesn't have the balls for it.
Yes, it sounds like this guy is not exactly the best husband.
Did she tell you she left her husband?
No, I just hope that's what she did. Ghislaine only wants her for her family's wealth. Ninette's a jewel. Elegant, worldly, just the perfect level of depraved. Ghislaine doesn't deserve her.
You seem to have a very positive opinion of this woman.
Were you hoping Ninette would leave Ghislaine for you?
Of course not. I know my place. I offer a service, that's all. Anyway, there was someone else looking for Ninette. A Templar. I believe his name was Emmerich. He wouldn't sleep with me either. I can't see why a Templar would be interested in anyone who isn't a mage.
Maybe she is a mage. Are you sure she's not a mage?
Any chance Ninette's an apostate?
Well, she certainly cast a spell on me.
That's all the evidence I need.
Anyway, if Ninette was a mage, I think Emmerich would have said so.
Why would he share those details with you? You're just a worker at a brothel. I don't know why you'd think you're entitled to all that information. Oh, maybe Emmerich was looking for Ninette. Oh, maybe Emmerich was Ninette's lover as well.
Someone else Ninette spent special alone time with, perhaps?
She always liked men in uniform. You could ask him yourself. Emmerich said he'd continue his investigation in Darktown. You could see if he's still there. And if you find Ninette, tell her to drop by and see me sometime.
I will if she's not cold and dead in the ground. Alright, at least we have an update on this quest. We'll head for Emmerich, who's in Darktown right now. Okay, team, keep your eyes out for a Templar. A Templar shouldn't be in this area. This is just some abandoned mining tunnel. So if you see a Templar, it's probably Emmerich, the person we're looking for. Hey, there's a Templar here. Okay. Whoa, okay. We're under attack by some group. Street thugs. Low-life street thugs. Clear them out. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm wondering why this Templar is down here and why he looks injured, or is he kneeling before someone?
I thank you, Sirrah, for coming along when you did. I am Emmerich.
You're older than I thought you'd be. Ninette seems to go for the young, pointy-eared sorts.
What?
Ninette de Carac. I hear she got around. And you were asking about her, so I just assumed.
Preposterous. I was concerned that she was in danger, and that is all. However, the investigation has been a waste of time.
Why would you be investigating this woman? What do you know of her that you're not sharing?
Why did you even bother?
This all started when Maren, one of our circle mages, disappeared. I found it odd. She was a bit older and hardly adventurous. Then I heard about Ninette and 2 other missing women.
I had a friend who disappeared once. Turns out he was under my bed, drunk. What?
I think the disappearances are connected, and I suspect foul play is involved.
That's very concerning, Knight Emmerich, Templar Emmerich. Is there any way I can help? If this woman has gone missing, and I can't return her to her husband, I'd like to know why. This all seems very suspicious.
I don't like the sound of this.
Neither do I, Sirrah. But I cannot carry on. This battle showed that I'm no longer the warrior I used to be. I know when to walk away. Here, take my findings. Perhaps you can make more use of them. I'm going back to the gallows. I'm too old for this.
Just because...
A foundry in Lowtown. I should look into that.
This Templar doesn't seem to be the brightest sort. If you're overwhelmed in combat, you're not necessarily too old for combat. Maybe you should just bring more people into combat. Maybe stop trying to solo attack this entire group of enemies. That's foolish, even for a Templar. Who do you think that shady character was? The one who ran away at the sheer sight of us. Oh jeez, you think he might be a demon mage? Like a necromancer? You think that might be why all these dead are rising out of the ground? Could be. We have a sack of bones here. Oh, we got Ninette's ring from the sack of bones. That's probably not good.
That ring looks Orlesian.
A severed hand, a ring, and a pile of bones. Emmerich will want to see this. And I should bring the ring to Ghislaine. It might belong to Ninette.
Let's not leave just now. There's a necromancer around here who might have he might have more information on where this missing person is. I don't want to make assumptions that she might be dead. Maybe she just had her hand amputated. Maybe it was gangrenous and the guy was performing a good service. We should, again, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's try and figure out the truth. I have poked in every single room in this foundry and I have not found any new information or any entrances or exits. I don't even know where that person who attacked us went. He may have been among the dead that we killed. So, I guess that's it. Let's report back to Ninette's husband with our findings. Maybe that'll progress the quest. First, we'll report back to Templar Emmerich here. Emmerich, we've followed up on your investigation. Things don't look great.
Recognize your mage? This was left in the foundry you mentioned in your notes. I was also attacked by shades.
These are human bones. Then there is no chance of finding Maren alive, or any of the others.
Odds aren't great, but again, let's not rule out any possibilities here. They could just be having their limbs amputated. They might be alive. And if they're alive, they're still probably in danger. Yeah, I don't want to say they're probably dead, because I don't want to jump to any conclusions. But we'll make sure the killer won't get away.
This isn't over. I'm going to get the bastard that did this.
I know how you feel, Sirrah. I will bring this to the city guard immediately. It should be enough to convince them the disappearances are worth investigating.
Alright, let me know how that goes. I'd like to follow up on this quest if I can. But I suppose we're done with it for now. If he comes back to us with more information, we'll be able to follow up on it. But for now, we're done. Let's just quickly stop by and let Ninette's husband know that she's probably dead.
I couldn't bring back your wife, but here's a ring. It looks pricey.
That's a little insensitive.
Ninette's wedding ring. Yes. Look at the engraving. Forever faithful, forever yours. Oh. Written in happier times. Where did you find it?
That is what I was hoping you weren't going to ask me. I could say it's on her severed hand, or I could try and change the issue. On her severed hand seems to be a brutal way of saying that. What? Can you possibly break that news a little lighter?
It was on Ninette's hand, which was cut from her body. She's dead.
On her hand? Huh. I see. Well, maybe you should take this back.
Why would I want
I
it?
don't want anything that might link me to her death. Especially with her family asking questions. No. They're going to blame me. I just know it.
Maybe rightly so.
Excuse me, sir. I have arrangements to make.
Yeah, you're looking a little sketchy, man. You're not involved in any way, are you? I don't think you'd murder your wife, but I'm not ruling out the possibility that you had it done. Okay, well, this quest has been wrapped up. Let's move on to a different one. A Thenril, just the smuggler I was looking for. Yes, it's been a while since I talked to you. I worked for you for a year, and then we just kind of cut contact. But maybe you've got some jobs for us.
Huh. Well, I just lost a sovereign. Didn't think you'd stoop to our kind again.
Neither did I.
Or are you not too proud to make some coin?
I definitely need coin. I always have to pass review over the jobs you're giving me, though. So tell me, what is this job?
Pride usually hasn't been my downfall.
Since you stormed off, we don't have anyone who can quite work your magic. If you know what I mean.
Because I'm a mage, yeah, I got
I
it.
sent some men to fence a bit of cargo down at the docks. Haven't seen them since. I'd pay good silver for the safe return of them, or the goods.
Or both, maybe? I think I can do that.
Is this anyone I know?
When you left, we had to take on New Ferelden. Volunteers. Lad named Price was leading them. No one of your caliber.
Oh, you praise me too much. So, where do I go? And what kind of goods am I looking for?
Want to tell me what you were selling?
We were trying to make a deal with the Carta. Those Orzammar dwarves. They like luxury items. Fine fabrics, a cask of caviar, an aged wine. Anything one can liberate from a high-town merchant.
Okay, I'm not above this quest. I'll do it.
Consider it a deal.
Good. Go to the docks tonight. My boy Price was supposed to meet our buyers from the Carta there. Maybe you can find out what happened.
You've assigned me to this task. It's as good as done. I'll see you later. Originally, I was thinking that maybe she was going to be a nefarious character, that this was a sketchy operation she was running. But if I've been working for her for a whole year, and I've seen nothing that made me outright quit, no slave trading, no anything worse than, like, stealing or anything, it doesn't seem to have crossed her paths.
I'd run if I were you!
Hello? Hello, okay, I found Price. Price ran away. Let's take out these coterie thugs. I guess they were harassing him. Oh, you tried to get close to me. That was your first mistake. You don't want to get close to me. All of a sudden, it's raining death from the sky. And again, we've got more reinforcements showing up. Watch out, guys. Watch out. And everything is cleaned up.
Thank you. I thought them coterie men had me for sure. I guess the whole thing was a trap. There were no dwarves when I went to make the trade. Just coterie waiting to kill us. They got the rest of the boys. I ran. I was hoping they wouldn't find me here. But they did.
You look a little young. Are you really the person that my smuggler friend employed?
You're a bit young to be doing this.
I'm 15. But I can usually pass for a man. My mama was ripped in two by one of them big horned darkspawn. It's just me and my sisters now. Working for a Thenril's the only way to feed the girls.
Then, keep the goods and start over. No, I need to retrieve those goods. I can't do that. But I can't say it's your problem, not mine. That's kind of heartless. Look, I have to take the goods.
Why not take what a Thenril gave you and start fresh somewhere outside of Kirkwall?
No, I didn't want him to take the
What
goods.
do you mean? In Lothering, there were always families willing to take in a strong lad and a few girls to help with the cooking. My father was a farmer. Before the Darkspawn got him. I'd rather do that than work for a Thenril.
I misinterpreted that dialogue choice. Okay.
I'll get my sisters. Please, make sure she doesn't come after us.
I'll try and cover our tracks here. I did not intend to make that choice, but it was the morally beneficial choice, and it got me a little more friendship with Carver, so I guess it's not all bad. Okay. Yeah, I guess that quest is done, for better or for worse. Let's report back to Thenril and see if she's got some other work we can do.
Well, are you here to socialize, or did you bring my goods?
No, I could not retrieve your goods. I'm not going to tell her I gave the goods away, even though I seem to have done that. The goods were taken.
I rescued your boy and killed the coterie. But your property was long gone.
Coterie. I should have figured. They've got a lock on all trade with the dwarves. If I'd had someone decent on the job, they'd have dug into it first, not walked in blindly. Well, no cargo, no coin. If you're ever looking for more work, I keep my books right here. Feel free to sign yourself up.
No, she's not going to pay us for doing that job. It's a little bit dickish, but I can understand, I suppose. Don't have to like it, but I understand. If you've got extra work for us, maybe we'll do it, maybe not. I'll talk to you later, Ethenril. Speaking of which, there's a dwarf here named Anso the Contact. I was directed towards you by the smuggler, said you might have some work for me.
Are you Anso?
Ah! Sweet mother of Parth. You can't just run up on someone like that. Are you the human Ethenril told me about? The one looking for work?
That's me. You seem a little nervous. You alright?
Did you think I was going to attack you?
Oh, no. All right. Hope not. Anyhow, my apologies, human. I haven't been on the surface very long. I keep thinking I'll fall up into that sky any minute.
Bartrand used to be like that. Got jumpy every time he stepped outside.
Ogren too.
I'd pay to see that.
But I digress. I need some help. Rather badly, in fact. Some product of mine has been misplaced. The men who were supposed to deliver it decided not to. If you retrieve my property, I could reward you handsomely.
Okay. Should I inquire what kind of property this is?
Just what did these men steal?
Did I say steal? I don't know if I would go that far. They seemed like perfectly reasonable smugglers. They smiled and everything. The goods are valuable, however, and illegal. And my client wants them very, very badly. You know how these Templars can be.
Is it lyrium?
You're smuggling lyrium to the Templars.
Of course he is. That's just bloody great.
By the Paragons, not so loudly.
Yeah, Carver.
My word. I'm not cut out for this. I should have taken that job sweeping staples like Mother insisted.
Alright, well don't worry, I'm on the case. I'll help keep those Templars addicted to drugs. It really makes it easier for us mages to go under their noses. Get it? Under their noses? Because they're probably snorting drugs.
I'll get it back for you.
Must we?
Oh, thank goodness. The gentlemen conduct their business at night in a little hovel within the alienage. If you have to kill them, then I guess it can't be avoided. But I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
I'm sure they won't. And Carver is rivalry again, yep. So we just lost all the goodwill we made with Carver. Carver seems to really have a hard-on for the Templars and doesn't like to do anything. Every single little thing we do that involves mages, he's gotta be, oh no, that's so bad, oh, we can't do that. Oh, mages are such trouble. Every single little thing I've done. We are now in the abandoned home that the dwarf told us about. Keep your eyes about you.
Someone's left a surprise here for us.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, there was a booby trap there. Surprise of all surprises.
Anso's goods are probably in that chest.
I don't know if I want to go anywhere near that chest. They have booby traps all around. Look, Varric, get over here. Look, detect any traps you might see. You go open that cargo chest. There's nothing there.
It's empty.
Waste of bloody time. Who put us up to this?
I guess we have no choice but to go back to Anso and tell him.
Well, that's disappointing. Okay, there was nothing in that chest. And there was an ambush here. You'd think we couldn't have been set up by Ethenril, could we? I have no idea why she would want to do that, but I guess I just don't trust her at all. Looks like another ambush.
That's not the elf. Who is that?
Hello?
It doesn't matter. We were told to kill whoever enters the house.
Who are you? Okay, who am I killing now? We've got some coterie thugs. Tevinter hunters. I have no idea why they're attacking us. Seem to be pretty stupid to attack blindly, just randomly, whoever enters that house. Maybe they're mercenaries. That would explain why they're so stupid and flammable. So, does anybody know what that was about? Does anybody have any clues as to why the Tevinter hunters here attacked us? No one's got anything? Alright, I'll check these corpses, but this is becoming quite the mystery. Hello?
I don't know who you are, friend, but you made a serious mistake coming here.
I don't know who you are. Who are you?
Lieutenant, I want everyone in the clearing, now!
You do not want to start a fight here.
Captain!
Your men are dead, and your trap has failed. I suggest running back to your master while you can.
You're going nowhere, slave.
I am not a slave.
That was pretty impressive. Who are you?
I apologize. When I asked Anso to provide a distraction for the hunters, I had no idea they'd be so numerous.
I have no idea what's going on. I am so completely lost. Can you explain what's going on?
You were responsible for this.
I'm the reason you're here, yes. My name is Fenris. These men were Imperial bounty hunters, seeking to recover a Magister's lost property, namely myself. They were trying to lure me into the open. Crude as their methods were, I could not face them alone. Thankfully, Anso chose wisely.
Didn't really clear up my confusion. I still have no idea what's going on here.
That seems like a lot of effort to find one slave.
It is.
So are you no... whatever, I don't even care.
Everything Anso said was a lie, then?
Not everything. Your employer was simply not who you believed.
Okay, well now it all makes sense. I guess. If you say so.
Anso's job did seem a little too easy.
Perhaps the deception was unnecessary. If so, I'm sorry. I've become too accustomed to hiding. If I may ask, what was in the chest? The one they kept in the house?
It was empty.
I suppose it was too much to hope for. Even so, I had to know.
Okay. Again, still completely lost and have no idea what just happened here.
You're expecting something else?
I was, but I shouldn't have. It was bait, nothing more.
What? Why did... Okay, I'm done. I'm just done with this quest. Whatever it is, I'm done.
You didn't need to lie to get my help.
That remains to be seen.
What, you wanted my help? Is that what this whole thing was about?
It's as I thought. My former master accompanied them to the city. I know you have questions, but I must confront him before he flees. I will need your help.
No, I have no idea what this is about. You lost me like 20 minutes ago and you've just been going full throttle since then. I'm done.
I think I'm already too involved.
Please. I am not used to asking for help, but I am asking now. Denarius will never stop hunting me. This is my only chance. I cannot do it without you.
Let's just boil this down here. You're a slave, you're running away, your slave master is chasing after you, you need my help to stop him. Is that good enough? You could have just said that outright. I would have been a lot less confused.
This is going to cost you.
I will find a way to repay you. I swear it. The Magister is staying at a mansion in Hightown. Meet me there as soon as you can. We must enter before morning.
Okay, sure, we can do that. Alright. We'll help that guy out. We'll help that elf slave, that runaway to Vinter elven slave, with whatever quest he has. But before we do that, there was one other person who said they'd like my help. I ran into a woman on my way over here. She said she had a quest for us. She wanted our help. She seemed like an innocent person. We'll go do her quest first. Then we'll come back and do whatever this runaway slave wants.
I thank you for coming. This matter is delicate, and I need someone of limited notoriety who will not link this to me. It is an escort, but I think you will agree the nature of the party makes this unique.
I barely know who you are. Just tell me what you want.
Time is wasting. Who is going where?
My name is Sister Patrice. I have assumed a burden of charity. This is my charge.
Twist my tail.
Would even a Templar bind a mage like this? A survivor of infighting with their Talvashoth outcasts.
What is he?
I call him Katojan, a bridge between worlds. The Viscount and others feel that peace begins with appeasement. This mage would likely be returned to his brutal kin. He can serve a better purpose. I want him free. He must be guided from the city without alerting his people, or being seen in my care.
Okay, hold on. Back up about 20 paces. You have a Kunari mage in your possession. You want to free him by leading him out of the city? Am I gathering correctly? You're throwing a lot at me at once.
You don't just stumble on someone like this.
For all their blasphemous certainty, the Kunari do have deserters. Those who seek freedom are hunted mercilessly.
Talvashoth, they seem to accept the role.
Even their rebels conform. Savonel observed one of their bloody exchanges. This poor mage was the only survivor.
Yeah, I do know that the Kunari do not treat their mages nicely, so I could, I guess, help him out of the city. Do I want to, though? Does he talk?
Will he help? If I trust him at all?
I don't know his capabilities, or if he can function at all in that collar, but I think he knows we are his only way out.
You think?
He's followed every direction and made no aggressive moves, even when taunted. Were I in his place, I could have fled. Kunari or not, I can only assume he wants to be led to freedom.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with you on that. Kunari seem to love structure more than freedom. They seem to see freedom as a burden.
And if you're wrong, I have to deal with it.
That is why I went to Lowtown. You are either capable of the discretion and skill that I need, or you are not.
Maybe I could talk this over with the Arashok.
I've had dealings with the Kunari leader. He'd want to know of this.
You have dealt with their leader? If you have interacted with Kunari, you know how they treat those who leave their heathen order. The Arashok would doom this poor creature. But knowing them is useful. If they challenged you, attacking an ally would only confirm their barbarism. You are still right for the task.
This is going to be a lot of trouble. But I guess I'll get him out of the city.
I can get him out of Kirkwall. He's a bit conspicuous for the streets, though.
Better out there than here with the Templar.
That is obviously not an option. You must avoid incident with the guards. I cannot be linked to this. This mage will be a fine example of how cruel Kunari are, even to their own. But only if this plays out just so.
What, is this a PR
the passage
move?
Here leads to the warrens of the Undercity. It is dangerous, but that is why you are hired. Good luck.
Katojan, is it? You need to be led out of the city.
This thing's dim as a runt Mabari.
It has been difficult to get information, but look at him. Would you want this? We must have that in common.
Maybe he's not dumb. Maybe he's had his tongue cut out. There's vocal cords sliced. You don't know. Stop jumping to assumptions. This guy right here, he's just a bucket of trouble, I can already tell. He's a mage, so I'm sure the Templars will hate him. He's a Talvashok, so the Kunari hate him. But he also ran away from the Talvashok, so I'm sure the Talvashok hate him. And he's a runaway slave he's a Kunari, so everyone who's not a Kunari is scared of him. This guy is just walking trouble. The sooner we do this quest, the better. Let's just get him out of town and never speak of this again. Then we're going to come back and do that quest for the elf runaway slave who asked so nicely for our help. Although he could have done that in a less complicated way. It was very convoluted. But yes, we're going to help 2 former slaves next time. That seems like a noble thing to do, so we'll do that. Until then, my name is Mike, and this has been Dragon Age 2. Thank you for joining me.